Okay. Hopefully things are working. We are checking. Wonderful. What in the time zone is this? I mean, it's 6:22 here in the UK, which I would say is a somewhat normal time. Let's do this. So, welcome to the VFL 2026 Kickoff Price Tool, thanks to Splurge, who you can see just here, represented by Professor Farnsworth. What we are aiming to do today, Splurge has already very handedly provided me with the VLR ratings and points per game of players who played in 2025, of course. There are new players like Timotino and Vora, who, didn't play. What I am going to look for here is I am going to try and fill in these numbers here for their stage 2 averages. So the first thing we're going to do is very simple. We are going to see what role we think everyone will play, because there are some interesting ones, like what will Asuna play? What should we class Asuna as? He'll probably play quite a bit of duelist, some initiator, maybe some control. I mean, he might play every role. Some will be easy, like Bang will play controller, I'm pretty sure. Timotino will play duelist. But we need to come up with what we think each player will play, and then also just take a quick look at their stats. So that's going to be what we're going to do, basically, for the first part of this. And then we're going to get some of that data, we're going to get some of that information, and then we're going to make some prices for these players. The minimum I think we're going to do is 15 again, and the maximum will be 15. So 5 to 15. Add a flex roll. It is a possibility to add a flex roll, but I do think that it makes it more complicated than it needs to be. Can I coach Fent Fiends? Fent Fiends, sorry, not Fields. Fent Fiends in Premier Invite. Perhaps not. Perhaps not. But anyway, let's start. Let's just start at the start with 100 Thieves. 100 Thieves. So let's just check what roles people have been playing recently. For past 90 days, Vora, we can put him down as an initiator. Cryo as a sentinel. Asuna, this is the interesting one. We'll come back to Asuna in a second. Timotino is going to be a duelist, and Bang is going to be a controller. What should we class Asuna as? He's played a bit of everything. Do we think Initiator will be his most common? I mean, it was his most common, but is that because of the maps that they're playing? I think the others we can do pretty easy. So,
this is
Rose and Twigs, thanks for 13 months.
Every
Should only have one player in each region. 15
You should have only one player in each region be 15 and one be the lowest.
Let's single people out
Let's
and call
single
them out.
people
Year
out
of
and
trash
call
talk.
them out. Year of trash talk.
What, you just pick one player? I think let's go Initiator. Let's go Initiator, Controller, Sentinel, Duelist, Initiator. A classic Deeks, as it were. Now I also need to get Timotino and Vora's stage 2 stats. So let's take a look at Timotino. They both played for TSM, so it shouldn't be too hard to get. That was Ascension. That's a fun haver. That was NA stage 3. Let's just take a look at NA stage 3. Stats. We got Timotino here. So we had a 1.19 with a KPR of 0.9. 1.19, 0.9. Timotino. 0.19, 0.9. That's pretty good. And Vora. I have no. Oh, look, it is no vision.
Hello,
How
Mr.
many gift
Valor.
subs for 60%?
How many gift subs for 60% of
Throw City Control.
Also, you should coach the
I mean,
TC
coaching the
invite
team would be fun, but I
Would
just
be
don't think I
hype.
have time
This
to
is
commit myself to something
Valorant.
like that. And how many gift subs for 60% Throw
Happy
City
belated
Control?
birthday, me. Can you make camo
I
cost
mean,
1 VP?
You're asking the wrong person. Throw City is a democracy, no? Surely. And Cano, thanks for the 22 months. Can I make camo cost 1? No. Camo will not be costing 1. Anyway, Vora though, what will Vora be costing? Vora 0.97. And KPR, I think it's this one. That was 0.95. Oh no, I was on KD. KPR, where is he? KPR just 0.6. So 0.97, 0.6. Of course, that's in tier 2, so bump that down a bit, if anything. Okay. This one, I think. Will Penny be a duelist or will he be a. Kyria, thanks for the 80 months.
18 lala 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 lala. Can you make DFM players all priced high?
Can I make DFM players all priced high? No, probably not. Probably not. Do I make any money from VFL? No. I don't. This is all just a passion project, one that I think is fun and helps people follow the scene a bit more, which I think is good. Okay, anyway, let's move on to C9. Cloud9. Obviously, we know certain role, but like, what will Zelsis play? What would we call this? And Zolwek. Thanks for the 37 months. So you've got, technically, you've got 7 games of Controller and 6 of Sentinel. Yeah, you've got 2 and
thanks for playing Infinity Nikki and Road to Empress this year. Cheers to that. I'll suggest more random games for you to play next year.
Tough one, tough one. 1-1. I think he might have to go down as a controller, honestly. He has played more controller than he has Sentinel. And I'm not classing Viper as a Sentinel. So, we're going to put Zelsis controller. Zeppa will be an initiator, I'm pretty sure. Vic will also be a controller. Penny will come back to in a second. What has Penny played? Penny has played more duelist than anything else. What was that on C9? So he was playing for Squidward. We need to get rid of those Squidward games. Ah, you see. Well, it still is probably more duelist. 5 games of Raise. So we played Viper 1. Raised 1. So 1-1. Chamber. So 1-1-1. Another game of Chamber. So 2 Senti games. 2 duelist games. Four duelist games. Okay, I think we're gonna have to go duelist. Okay, duelist it is. So they've got a no Senti team. Yeah, the Christmas music. Hopefully you can hear that and it's working. Okay, Envy. Interesting one. Envy, Envy, Envy. Well, Extra is gonna play duelist. Inspire, I think, is probably gonna play Senti. What will Kesnit? I mean, you have to put duelist for Kesnit, surely. Rossi will play Initiator. Who's playing Smokes for this team? Who's playing Smokes for Envy? Is it Rossi? Poppin or Rossi? Rossi Smokes. Okay, let's do that. Then we need Extra and Inspire. And Rossi and Poppins data. Okay. And Melon, thanks for the 43 months.
What is desks?
What is desks? I don't know. What is desks? Right, so let's look at their stage 3 stats. So we're looking for Envy. So there's Kane and Ion. Extra 0.98, 0.71, 0.98, This part of the stream will be, I think, interesting in terms of, because I didn't know these stats. So pop in only a 0.9. Like, this tells me that, oh, they might struggle. 0.98, 0.96, 0.61, so 0.96, 0.61 for pop in. 96, 0.61. And Inspire 0.93, 0.6. Okay. Right, EG. What will the roles be on EG? Calm Initiator. DG's in Duelist. Superman Controller. What will Bao and Okeanos play, do we think? Evil Geniuses. Okay, Bao will play Senti, I'm gonna guess. And Okeanos. What will Okeanos play? All time, he's played more Duelist than anything. Jelking, thanks for the 5 months.
Make my goat in 50
Right, Okeanos here played Controller for left there. Played Controller Duelist there. Super's definitely going to play Controller. There's no way that isn't the case. So I'm going to put Duelist. I think that makes the most sense. And we need the stats for Bao. Oh, I also need Rossi's stats, don't I? But Rossi didn't play in stage 2. So we'll leave Rossi. Bao. And... well, DJ's didn't play in stage 2 either. So just Bao. Because I don't want to go like way back in time and judge them on that. Let's just get like a relatively... things. That was the promotion relegation match, but it's NA stage 3, so that's fine. Stats. Bao. 1.12, 0.79. Wonderful. And also, it's not too big of a deal for people like Rossi and DG's in, because you have an idea of how much they'll frag. I'm looking more for like the pure tier 2 players who I haven't watched play a lot. Potentially like Furia. Now, here we go. Furia roles might be a little bit more up in the air. That's why I might need some help from some people, if you do know. Furia roles. EU will play Initiator. Artzine will probably play Initiator. I mean, let's just check this. So, Alim Duelist, Koala Senti? Artzine will be some sort of flex, Nerve will be smokes. Artzine Senti, Alim Duelist, and then Koala is the one where it's kind of up in the air. So let's just see what he's played. Oh, he's played some Senti as well. Oh, so what? Artzine. Artzine's mostly been playing Viper. So I'm going to put Artzine as a controller then. That makes more sense. So let's put Koala as a center. A full DICCS team. A full Dix team. Snorlax, thanks for the 7 months.
Day long our stream.
Okay, and with that in mind, let's take a look at Alim and Nerves stats if we can. I should have just kept NA stage up, shouldn't I? Oh. Right. 1.13, 0.93. Holy shit. That's fucking crazy. Maybe that's an early pickup. 0.93 is insane numbers. That gives me some hope for this team. What about Nerve? 1.06, 0.66. Okay, G2, Baby Bay will play Sentinel. Jogamo will play Duelist. Leaf will come to in a second. Trent, Initiator, Valen, Controller. What will Leaf play? I think Leaf will play mostly Viper. Wait, his actual name is Leaf? That's crazy. Oh, or is it more Breach? Will he play more Initiator? That is more Initiator than anything else. I guess we're putting him down as an Initiator. It feels wrong to put Leaf as an Initiator, but that's the way she goes. That's the way she goes. We should have full stats for them. That's fine. Right, crew. Dante will be the Duelist. Les will be the Senti, I would have thought. In fact, let's go to crew. You tell me how... This team has not played an off-season game. Okay. Any crew fans in the chat? How the fuck will their roles work? Silence Controller? MW Initiator. What will Sadek play? Mostly Sadek will surely play mostly like Viper, right? Secondary controller stuff? Will Sadek play more Initiator or will he play more controller? I think in the current meta you play more controller. Like Harbor Viper. And Silence primary controller is what you're saying? Okay. Okay. Was MW playing tier 2? Take a look at his stats. 1.12, 0.74. Right, Lev. This is another one that I need to familiarize myself with. So, Sato will be... Wait, is Sato their main duelist still? Or is he like a secondary duelist? Or is Neon the main duelist? Should I put Neon and Sato both as duelist? I think putting them both duelist. Having Flex as a role, like, I know it doesn't work perfectly for all these roles, like, it does make sense, but also, what is a Flex? Like, at what point does someone become a Flex? Because in certain metas, people you might think are Flexes, but then they end up not being a Flex. You know, like, at certain, like, you might say, oh, Munchkin, he's a Flex, but at times in Munchkin's career, he's basically just played Perma Viper. And at that point, he's not Flex, is he? He's just playing Viper. Right, what about Blows and Spike? What will they play? Blows will be Initiator. Spike will be... Let's say Controller, I guess. And King, Primary Controller. What should I say? Blows, Initiator. And Spike, Controller. Oh no, said it on Twitter? Said what? Sato main duelist, King Controller, Blows Initiative, Spike Senti? Spike Senti? It's not looking very Senti to me. I mean, Neon was playing the Sentis for me. I'm going with Controller. And we need to get... Whose stats do we need to get? We need to get... the stats of Blows and Neon. Blows. Spider still. Blows. 1.15, 0.68. And the old Neon 1.26, 0.87. I don't know where I'm gonna place those will probably be some of the hardest people to come up with a price for. Those left players, they won't be easy. Right, Loud. Cowanzine, you would imagine Initiator. Look Show, Senti, Pancada, Controller, Verti, Duelist. What about Darker? What has Darker played in the past? He's playing Duelist and Initiator there. He's mainly an Initiator player, so I'd assume he's going to be an Initiator player. Oh, and BLR, thanks for the 29 months. Hello.
Hey, bro.
And who do we need numbers for? Just Darker. Yep. Stats. 1.08, 0.75. 0.08, 0.75. Okay, wonderful. Right, Aspas will be the Duelist. Mazzino will come to Tex, Senti, Verno, Initiator. And what about Zekken? What do I put Zekken as? A Duelist? Yoru probably mainly? A Mazzino Controller? Zekken is Controller? By considering Erde for Loud, I mean I can always put more people in. Zekken Controller, what about Mazzino then? Initiator? What did Mazzino mostly play last year? Mazzino, Initiator, Mazzino. I mean, he's playing Soul Fate. He won't play Soul Fate for them here though, is the thing. But let's put it on Initiator for now. Put it on Initiator. Right, NRG. Nice and easy. Initiator, Controller, Duelist, Senti. That one I can do. Sentinels. Oh, we'll come to them in a little bit, but I mean, what's Redux gonna be either? What do I class Redux as? Right, Sen City. Go on, Redux. What have you played mostly? See, it's mostly Yoru. So I think you're gonna be a Duelist Redux. Narrate is also gonna be a Duelist. Kaiu's gonna be an Initiator. Cortesia. Yeah, it's actually more Controller. And that's actually fucking all over the place. That is also more Controller. Fuck it. They're both going down as Controllers. Right, we're on to EMEA. Actually, I need Kaiu's stats, don't I? Kaiu, give me your stats. 104, 0.66. On to the next. EMEA, BBL. Right. Just quickly, let's get that roll. So Covenant will be there. La Rock will be a Duelist. Later will be a Smokes. Lover's Rock also play some sense. No, just Duelist. Where did I get that idea from? And Rose will be an Initiator. Is it Rose or Rose? I suppose it's Rose with the I think people just say Rose, but Rose. And then we need the stats from VFL Pacific. They called, or they're not called that, or they called BCF. Right, let's at 1.12, 0.72. Who's next? Love's Rock 1.11, 0.81. Who's next? Low Rock 0.89, 0.74. .08, 0.73. Share the kills around in this team a little bit. 0.92, 0.6. Wunderbar. Okay. Althea. Ooh, what will Althea mostly be? Postal will mostly be a controller. Crashies will be an initiator. Kayak will be a duelist. Bekash will be something. Do I put... No, Althea will be a center mainly, I think. He says. He thinks. He's not 100% sure though. I mean, in the past 90 days... Is that getting champs in there? In the past 60 days, he has played 11, 12 games of duelist. I've got to put him as a duelist. I think he has to be a duelist. And Vekaj has to be a controller. Okay, Foot. Mr. Fallen, I assume, will be... That Yetije will be a... Sentinel. And Baha and Crostali. Baha will be a controller and Crostali will be an initiator. Mr. Fallen has played some controller. What's he most playing? Still playing initiator. Okay. And then I also need their stats, don't I? Alright. Baha 0.96, 0.69. Seems a strange pickup now. Just, I mean, I have watched him play. Surely, I mean, even within the Turkish scene. Holy, what the hell? 0.86. 0.55. Are these guys better than the people that they were? Are these guys actually better than Prax and Matter Captain? That I doubt. Right. Gentle Mates. Right, Starkso will be an initiator, I know that. Minnie will be a sentinel, I'm pretty sure. Who is their main duelist? Is it Bippo or is it Martine? Bippo's playing duelist. What's Martine playing? Also duelist. We'll put them both down. And Glyph is their controller. So I need Glyph, Starkso, and Bippo. Right, Bippo, show me what you got. Oh, well, see now when I'm looking at players who get picked up into tier 1, this is kind of what I'm looking for. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, that makes sense. Almost a 1 KPR is insane. 0.31, 0.99. Like, those are the kind of numbers I'm looking for. 0.99 is insane. Kills per round. Right, and then need Starkso and Glyph. Musashi was on that team. Nice guy, Musashi, I've met. Glyph. NA Stage 3. Stats. 1.05 and 0.73. Glyph. 1.7. Wait. 1.03. 0.75. Oh, it's 1.05. Sorry. Or was it 0.73? Oh, Jesus. I am getting old. Joe Biden. Joe Biden is in the building. That's Starkso. Problem with this team is they're all in different tier 2 leagues. Starkso. France. Le France. Starkso. 1.02 and 0.65. Wunderbar. Okay. Aura will be the duelist. Cloud will be an initiator. Flickless. Side will be a sentinel. Flickless will be an initiator. Grabinho will be a controller. That one's done. Aves. Well, Dustine will be the controller. 11 will be the duelist. Sugetsu. Oh, how Shados will be an initiator? Aves will be an initiator? Sugetsu will be a controller. Sapphire, you're Shul. I didn't know that. No, this is me just coming up with the prices. Which, for your sake, doesn't really matter because I can do the price coding myself. That one I learned. Sugetsu is a Senti. Aves still duelist. Hold on, let's just quickly check. Can never trust the chat fully. Let's quickly check. Oh, they're not even on here. Are they not played in game? Or they just not announced their squad yet? Right, Aves, what have you played? Ah, that's I'm giving him initiator for that. And Sugetsu. I mean, that is more controller than it is anything else. Sorry, guys. I don't make the rules. I mean, I do, but here I am. Right, Filu will be that duelist. Hero will be the... What will Sociable play? Senti. Rucksack will be controller. Shao will be an initiator. And Sociable initiator? Have Navi played in other things? Sociable can play a lot of stuff. He's playing initiator. Okay. So no Senti for KC. That's just the way it works sometimes. I mean, it's fine. Like they will play Senti, but it just depends on how you structure your comps, right? And like it also really depends on like what maps you play. Because if you play like a lot of bind and split, then you'll play a lot of double control and maybe no Senti, right? So if you play a lot of those maps, then yeah, you can end up with weird stuff. But it doesn't matter that much because of the wildcard spots. Like if you really want them in your team, this is why I came up with the wildcard spots, by the way, because initially I wasn't gonna do that. But then I realized, well, let people, if you want to pick them, you can pick them. Right, Pacific. Okay, this team, we need some figuring out. Right, Pacific. This is probably the hardest one. They also don't have their team on here. CNED will play Duelist, right? 7 was playing a lot of Sage. / initiator. Alorante is a sentinel. No, he just smokes. Who am I mixing him up with? What does Cooper play? Ninja. Let's guess an initiator there. Cooper. Is Cooper a sentinel player? No. It's a controller. I mean, well, 7. He did play a lot of Sage. He's also played Duelist. I think he is mainly an initiator, but what the
This is Valorant.
Asta Venom, thanks for the 15 months.
I've been gone since champs, but hope you've
Oh
been
no, I know
TNB.
Ruxic is
Hope you
playing.
have
So
good
that's a good point.
Christmas and
Ruxic
chat.
is playing some
Remember, if you
Julius,
buy
isn't
your
he? But
subs
it's like a
multiple
terrible
months
idea.
at a time, you can save money on them. So do that, smiles.
He's played more controller, so it's fine. Alorante is Senti. Okay. I want to put 7 as initiator. I could put. I mean, he's played more. Right. I have to go by the rules that I've set for myself, which is last 90 days. What have they played the most of? And in the last 90 days, on Chungus Life and Baka Boys, he's played more Sage than anything else. So he's going down as a Senti. And Alorante has played more controller. And I don't know how they're going to line up. And to be honest, maybe they don't either. We also need their stats for 4 of their players. So this is going to take a little bit of time as well. But you'll have to deal with it, because having those stats is useful. I've just typed that in for nothing. 1.09, 0.79. Who's next? Ninja. Ninja and then Cupid. Ninja and Cupid. 1.07, 0.72. 1.07, 0.72. What about Cupid and 7? Cupid played for Team Liquid Academy, I think. Yeah. So could have stuck on the same one. 1.05, 0.62, 1.05. Playing like me out there, just not taking any fights. Just sit back and survive. Get your VLR rating up. That's 7. I know he's in a different league for sure. Show me TSM. .16, 0.76. That's pretty good. Okay, done. Probably the hardest one on there. Benji Fishy will play Sentinel. Boo will play Controller. Comeback will play Duelist. Riens will play Initiator. And Woot, the old Woot question, eh? I always forget whether it's a 0 first or not. What will Woot play? Probably mostly Duelist this time. We can just put in there. Camo. Oh, here we go. Tom Jackdaw, thanks for 21 months. There will be some Liquid fans in here. Right. So. Nats will mostly play Senti. Mini Boo will play Duelist. Camo Initiator, we think. Purpo and Wayne. Wayne is their controller. Purpo Initiator. Let's get up the team. Team Liquid. Haven't played. Wayne will be controller. What will Purpo play? KO maybe? I think let's put him as an initiator to be safe, but I don't know. I don't know, Jeff. Right, we need Wayne and Purpo stats. You playing in tier 2? You were for job life, of course. Stats. That's what you want to see. I mean, again, he's playing duelist for them. 1.29, 0.96. That's crazy stats. If his last team he was a duelist, do I put him as a duelist? And Wayne. Stats. Again, at the top, that's what you want to see. 1.27, 0.88. Pretty good stats, to be honest. Ah, man. I think I have to put Purple as a duelist, considering he was playing duelist before for his old team. I think that just makes sense. Right, Durka will be the duelist here. Yampy will be an initiator. Prophet will be controller. What will Chronicle? What did Chronicle mostly play? Senti Chronicle. Sayonara. Oh, hold on. 8 games. Oh. 8 is more than 7. He's going as an initiator. Sorry, everybody. And we need his stats. Sayonara. Stats. 1.22, 0.86. Wunderbar. Okay. Ulf, and then we're up to Pacific, and then we can start making some prices. Time we're on 7. That's fine. Ulf. Why the fuck did I just do that? Right. Neki. Initiator. Ordaz. Controller. Echo. Senti. Fabian. Oh. 6 versus 5. Initiator. And Sop. The duelist. Right, let's just quickly get all of their stats as well. From Turkey. Ulf. Right, Fabian. 1.06, 0.76. Another team that just spreads the kills around. 0.06, 0.76. Sop. 1.05, 0.79. Ordaz. 1.04, 0.64. No 0.95, 0.71. And Neki, 0.93, 0.59. See, those are numbers that makes me think maybe this Ulf team will struggle a little bit. But then again, in Ascension, they look pretty good. Okay, on to Pacific and on to Detonation. Fuck me. Right. Who have they got on their team? Jinbong question mark? Right, May is the duelist. Let's not mess this up. I mean, let's just see what did they play before. If we go by this, I mean, their fucking rolls are all over the place there. Why are their rolls so all over the place? What on earth am I going to do with these guys? I'm going to put a Kame second duelist, I guess. Again, I'll put as a controller. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Then Sess initiator, and then Jimbong Senti, I guess. Why were their rolls so all over the place there? Okay, on to DRX. Driving home for Christmas. Chris Rea died, by the way, if you know that song. Why the fuck have I just gone there? Right, Mako, controller. Hyunmin, duelist. Bane is an initiator. Now we're freeing... What have they played recently? Mostly Senti. in the 90 days. Flashback. Second duelist. Okay. Full sense. I mean, we can just go off what was happening before. So Primi, I mean, then again, did Primi play more duelist or did he play more? What did he play more of? Oh, for fuck's sake. I'm gonna say he'll be a duelist. What does Leviathan play? He's gonna be the smokes, okay. Let's say Primi duelist. Although it would have been helpful had they played some games more recently. Then what does Thigh play? Does it because he was playing some second duelist, wasn't he? Let's take a look at this. Yeah, he was playing mostly duelist there. Killer will definitely. Why if I just put him as a controller?
You get shot, you lose the round, you lose the game. It's an FPS game.
Or did I put the wrong one as a controller?
Make the card cost 1.
Oh, man, let's. I guess let's do that. Although it doesn't feel great. I mean, Jip Boys could end up playing more. Things as well. Baitia, thanks for the 9 months. And Shorty, no, thanks for the 11 months as well. Hashtag sign TMV indeed. Right, I think we'll just have to go with that. And check Leviathan stats. Stats. 1.09, 0.78. That's pretty good. Okay. Right. Ash is playing Senti now, right? Oh no. Karen's playing Senti. Texture's Duelist. Lakia's Initiator. Ash's Controller and Zinx is Flex. So he's played mostly Duelist. Let's put Duelist. I have got that right, haven't I? Yeah, Karen's playing mostly Senti. Ash is playing Controller. I mean, it just makes no fucking sense. I don't understand it at all. We need Zinx's stats. From DRX Academy. Although he might not end up playing 0.99, 0.72. Okay. Autumn, Australia. Right. Global. Do we know the roles for Global yet? I know who their team captain is, and I know who their other stuff is. Oh, do they play in Soup? Right. So, oh, they're playing with Darion. Right. Oh, and they're playing with Pappy as well. Fuck's sake, man. Right. What will the roles be on this team? Javi controller? Patman initiator? Patman Senti? Allow them to be additional roles, but that would take coding effort, and that is more effort than I've got. Crystal will be an initiator. Right. Urutan should be the duelist. Crystal will be an initiator. And then just what Patman and I mean Patman probably will be a Senti, you're right. And then Autumn will probably be some sort of flex. Mostly playing Yoru, so let's just put him duelist. I think that's the best way of doing it. Let's get Xavi 8k stats. Oh, he's playing some Senti as well, but... Oh, no, not Ascension. 1.14, 0.76. Whoa, what the fuck? 1.14, 0.76. I don't even know how I did that. Right, I'm just gonna run with that. And if it's wrong, fuck it. Dambi will be a duelist. In fact, actually, what were they playing during? See, this one we can get good data from because they played during Ascension and during that. So we should have a pretty good idea here. So Francis is playing Perma Yoru. So he also will go as a duelist. God, there's going to be a lot of duelists this year. Extros is playing Smokes, of course. Oh, Ivy Senti. I'll be initiator. And you need Extros' stats. Do. Show me what you got. Huh? On Ascension. Wait, did you just not play at all until Ascension? Okay, I guess give me your Ascension stats. 1.02, 0.62. But he has done better than that recently. Stats are a bit of a lie. During Ascension, I don't think he was that great. Okay, we're almost done. Forsaken is playing Controller. Envious playing Initiator. Jing and Something are playing Duelist. And Devise, is he mostly playing Senti? I think he is. He's playing quite a bit of Chamber, isn't he? But Viper is higher. Not at 90 though, it's not. So yeah. I pray for Paper X downfall for cutting Patman. Oof. Crazy Guy Initiator. Jempkin Duelist. Monyet Controller. Zafaro. Senti. Kushi Initiator. Buzz Duelist. Itsu Duelist. Meteor Senti. How is this working out? Munchkin was the controller and Stacks is the initiator, right? Oh, Team Secret. I'm gonna need to fucking take a look at you, Team Secret. Because I do not know what's going on over there. They haven't even announced their team. What? Right. Kelly S played some Duelist. 1010 played some Duelist. Sylvan, you would have thought would be the controller. Jesse will probably be initiator. Berserks will probably be the Senti and these two Duelist. I think. Don't worry, no one is buying secret players anyway. I'll go with that, but I'm not 100% sure. I mean, 1010. Yeah, he's a duelist player. Right, Varel. Cinder. Controller. That's what we like to see. Klaus. I guess that's Senti. But he did play some duelist. Ooh, New Zealand Minecraft Let's Play is mostly playing Yoru. Juna, Initiator, and Zexy is the crazy duelist man, but we also need that tier 2 stats. Stats. What are they called then? SLT. Driving home for Christmas. Right, Juno. 1.13, 0.73. That's crazy for him to be putting up those numbers. Oh, 0.05, 0.75. No. Zexy 1.01, 0.75. That's crazy because he was so much better during Ascension than that. I'm kind of surprised at these ratings, to be honest. And Klaus, he was way better. 0.98, 0.7. No 0.88, 0.53. And then finally, Zeta Division. Last and almost certainly least, Zeta Division. Absol will play Duelist. Echo will play Duelist. Sugar Zero will play Control. God, when this Euro nerf comes in, it's going to fuck a lot of teams up. CLL Initiator. And Shooter. Guessing will be Vicenti. We need Absol, Echo. Yeah, we need Absol and Echo's data. Japan stage 2. Absol 1.14, 0.87. And the other one is Echo. Echo play in Japan? He did 1.11, 0.87. Okay, there we go. We got them all. Right. So again, at this point, I think it's easiest to take a look at the best teams. And again, we're going from 15 to 5. We need the average to be... Well, you get 100 Valorant points to spend. You got 11 places to fill. That means that we need the average player to cost 100 divided by 11. Which means we need them to cost 0.09. Or 9.1, ideally. So. Oh, look at this. You've even got all that. 15. Look at that. Look at that. Crazy. Right. Who should be the most expensive players? I mean, let's just come across here and take a look at who's got high of this and is on a good team. Who should be some of the most expensive players? Aspas, do you think? Aspas, yes. Paper Rex, where are they? Give me a something 15. Who else will be good? Fnatic, Kayak, 15. Is anyone else? Texture, you think? Durka? Mada? I mean, they did just win champs. What are Mada's numbers versus some of the others here? Where is he? Mada. 0.78. Kiko had a much higher kills. See, that makes me think he shouldn't be a 15. Please select the M column. Oh, you want to sort this by... Right, to VLR rating, it was actually Bippo, but obviously that doesn't really count. May, Ruxic, something, Kiko. Sort by kills per round. Bippo, Purpo, we'll come back to them. May, Ruxic, Oxy. Oxy is always a good choice, as will Sato be probably, as will Neon be probably. But I'm not sure if that team is good enough to warrant a 15. Durka will be up there, right? Let's think by teams again, though. Who will be the best teams? I think let's start by doing the good teams. Like, what should Althea cost versus someone like Kayak? I mean, it shouldn't be that far off, right? Especially if he's playing Duelist. Yeah, I don't think we want a lot of 50. Again, we'll start off by just filling it in. In fact, let's start this way. Right, we got 3 15s in Kayak, Aspas, and something. I think that's perfectly fine to have 3 15s. Who are the 5s? Who are the worst teams in each region? We're saying Jesse Vash is a 5? Am I Kieran Tierney with 25 gifted? Holy shit. That's crazy. I think let's give Jesse Vash a 5. Who's the worst team in Pacific? It's Team Secret. Who's the worst team in Americas? Is it still Fioria? I don't think it's EG. Is it Fioria? Are they the worst team in Americas? Crew? Oh, my FPL, man. I'm in I have a £50 wager with my friend in FPL, and I think they're currently ranked probably in the top 200k or something, and it's just like, fucking hell. But yeah, maybe. In fact, speaking of that, are my players playing in the Forest Fulham game? Joachim Anderson, good. Elliot Anderson, good. Who are Fulham playing with? Lukic, but yeah, they've gone more defensive now. Is Kevin a good option? Maybe. Is Anthony Robinson a decent option? Maybe. Nerve is a 5, you think? Let's see. Fioria, what are Nerve stats? I mean, he's not getting many kills. Not getting a ton of kills. Go on, I'll give... let's say one... Right, we've got 115 in each region. Let's give 1-5 to each region. So who's the worst in EMEA? Probably Pacific. I think. So does Cupid have to be a 5? Can I overcome a 100% 100-point deficit? I'm more than 100 points back on my friend, so I'm in the same boat as you. Yeah, you can definitely overcome a 100% deficit, a 100-point deficit, especially because we've got more chips as well this year. Like, so for instance, I triple captained Haaland against Leeds, of course, where he got 2 points. And of course, everyone else who triple captained against Burnley and or West Ham got a fuck ton of points. So that's wonderful. So yeah, things not going great for me. But yeah, you can still definitely overcome 100 points. Think of it this way. If someone can make up 100 points on you in the first, however many weeks we're in, 16, then you can do it in the second half as well. Once you start getting to like 10 weeks left and you're saying, can I overcome 100 points? That's when I'd be like, I don't know about that. But Leeds mid-purple patch wasn't a great call for you. Yeah, but that was the start of their purple patch. That literally half-time in the City game, they're 2-0 down, they're playing shit. Their manager's about to be sacked. He changes to a 3-5-2, and all of a sudden they're insane. Anyway, sorry, Cupid. You're going down as a 5. Perfectly balanced, as all things must be. Right. I'm just going to start putting in numbers. And you guys are going to yell at me. And we're just going to see where we are. In fact, I'm going to do it by position first. Let's start with the duelists, I think. Of which there are a lot. And the problem with this is there's going to be primary duelists and secondary duelists. So Timotino for 100 Thieves. Now, duelists tend to get more kills than the other roles. They also tend to get more aces and 4Ks. That's why they tend to be priced higher. I'm going to say, let's say a low tier duelist. So just for you're all aware, a low tier duelist, I would say costs about 8, 9, somewhere in that range. A mid tier duelist costs, 10, 11, 12. Higher tier duelist, 13, 14, 15. Those are the ranges we're looking at. I think Timotino will be a mid-tier duelist. I'm going to put him at 10. Because his numbers on TSM, I mean, these are pretty good numbers. Lover's Rock. How good do I think? See, this is the problem. How good will BBL be? With La Rock and Lover's Rock. So Lover's Rock tends to get a bit more kills, so he should probably cost a bit more, but I don't think they'll be amazing. Let's put Lover's Rock at, like, I don't think BBL will be amazing, but what if they are? There's like the problem with that's too high. We might bring it all down. Amy too. Don't worry. 10 is mad. How is 10 mad for Timothy? How good will 100 Thieves be? He's a rookie? So is Kayak. I'm going to put Lover's Rock at 9, I think, and La Rock at 8.5. They will be asked, that isn't the point, but that is somewhat the point. Because we are somewhat predicting how good these teams will be as well, because you get points for winning games and winning maps. So it does matter how good your team will be, because your team will be at least, some part of your points. $13 for Oxy. Oxy needs to be pretty high, because Oxy gets an outrageous amount of aces and 4Ks. So yeah, Oxy, I actually think even higher than that. I actually think 13.5 for Oxy. Again, we'll come back to this. We'll come back to all of them, right? Because what I do when I kind of get them all together is say, well, would you rather have Kayak or something? I don't know. Both, or Aspas, right? I don't know. All seem good options, right? We'll come back to it. 13.5, you're mad? Fine, I'll put him at 13. We'll see. Penny. Now, Penny won't always play Duelist. He won't get as many kills, for sure, as someone like Oxy. Penny's probably more... we're expecting C9 to be what, like, okay? Penny's probably more in, like, the 9 sort of range, I would say. May. And similar to Oxy, in a way. Puts up insane numbers. DFM will probably be worse than Cloud9. Would you... well, here we go. This is our first great one. Would you rather have Oxy on your VFL team or May? I think I'd rather have Oxy. But it is close. Most of you saying May. Oh, here we go. We got the... I'd go Oxy, personally. For a VFL team. Whoever is cheaper. So you're saying put them the same? I think I would go Oxy. I'm going to put May at 12.5. But we might come back to that. Akame, I'm not going to put too high, though. Akame needs to be pretty... he probably needs to be one of the lowest duelists. Let's put him... I mean, these numbers are really not that good. 0.69 kills per round. I mean, even Penny is only 0. I mean, I should probably bring Penny down. But this is a team that's barely going to win, so let's put him at 7. Okay, Hyunmin. Would you rather have Hyunmin, who doesn't frag as much as someone like Mei or Oxy, but probably will win more? Hyunmin or Mei or Oxy?
You get shot, you lose the round, you lose the game.
Story-san, thanks for the 5 months.
Do you have bad eyesight,
What?
or is it your poor
Why am I
UK
being
education
roasted?
that forget to teach you how to read? Your education is
Your education is almost as bad as USA education, so have my money.
Got to Zeta and
Got
fix
to Zeta and
Sciata and
fix Shooter and
XDLL
XDL roles because you miss input.
Thanks for streams,
What,
my
did I
far
miss
right
input?
wing stream.
I'll get to that in a second. Anyway, I think Hyunmin. Would I rather have Hyunmin than Oxy? He's on a better team, which is more consistent. Let's put him at 13.5. Let's put him a bit higher than Oxy. Right, flashback. More of that secondary duelist again. God, there's going to be like 2 kind of duelist tiers here where there's aggro duelist and secondary duelist. Would I rather have flashback or Penny? I actually think I still need to bring Penny down. Maybe a rock down as well. Let's go flashback. Oh, see, I underestimated flashback before though. Sure enough is going to destroy some of these teams, yeah. Ah, man, I underestimated him before. Wait, I have it. What was his points per game average here of flashback? This is a good tool to use as well. See, Oxy got 10.04. See, this is what I mean. You're overestimating May. Look at Oxy. Oxy was actually a bit better than Hyunmin, but DRX are better now than they were mid-season, so I think that's fine. Flashback actually did do pretty well. Let's put 11. I think. Maybe 11.5. Let's go 11.5. Kesnit. Again, average pretty good, but on Envy, man, how do you would you rather have Kesnit or Flashback? I don't know. That's such a tough one, isn't it? Because how good will Envy be? I have no idea. Flashback only because it's on DRX. I think that's fair. I think let's put Kesnit 11 because we have to respect that Kesnit could be insane on this team, and this team maybe is very good and will be good. I don't know, but yeah, we need to respect that, right? Extra again, kind of more in that secondary duelist vibes. You guys seem to not think that they'll be that amazing. Would you rather have Extra or Penny? I think I might rather have Penny. Because again, this is not a description of how good players are. This is simply like, do they frag? Will they get Valorant points? Ah, shit. I think I'm gonna put. I've got Penny at 8. Let's put Extra at 8 for now. He might come down to 7.5 though, depending on how I feel about Envy's overall chances. EG Okeanos scored 7.75. Again, not the craziest fragger. Do we expect EG to be great? I actually think they'll be alright, but maybe not amazing. We got Penny at 8. What did Penny average? 7.4. Your average 7.75. Let's go 8.5 for Okeanos, I think. DG's in. I think I'll put higher than Oki because his frag actually wasn't that much better, but I think it will be on EG. But not too much higher. Let's put him at a 9. Then again, he might go crazy. Yeah, someone just commented the same thing. But I'd rather have right, would you rather have Timotino on 100 Thieves or DG's in on EG? Oh, it's split. It's split. That tells me you should put them the same, so I'm going to put him at 10. Right, Kayak is 15. Althea probably needs to be right there with him, to be honest. Maybe not 15, but is anyone going to complain if I put him at 14.5? Or at least 14. I think he needs to be at least 14. I mean, look at his average points. Actually wasn't that far off. 14 or 14.5 for Althea. What was his kills per round? His kills per round aren't that far off Kayaks, to be honest. Going at 14.5. Right. Perimi. Again, points-wise was decent. I don't know if Sideshow or Shire would do this, but you should give them a sheet without your prices
I'd
included.
give Sideshow or Shire would do this, but you
See
should
what
give
they
them a
pick.
sheet without
Could
your
be
prices
a
included.
Vodfather's idea.
Just have a range for each and see what they pick to
Maybe
help
I'll take some of
solidify
these
your
and
prices.
what I'm struggling with, and yeah, give them like 2 players. Who should they pick? Who would they pick in VFL? But we aren't doing a Vodfathers for a couple weeks. Shire's on holiday. Right, Primi. Where is he? 0.79, 1.1. I mean, that's pretty good numbers fragging wise. Again, obviously not on as good of a team as like a Fnatic, but still pretty good. Primi or May? Primi or Oxy? I think he's in that range. I take Oxy over Primi, I think, but let's make it a decision between him and May. Thigh. Fee-fi, tho, thumb. Actually, not bad fragging numbers, to be fair. But definitely won't be as good. But still, this should be a decent team. So, would I rather have Thigh or Timotino? I think that's kind of the range that we're looking at. So I'm going to go 10 for Thigh. Alim for Fioria. What the fuck do I do with you? Because his numbers are actually kind of insane in tier 2. But you play for Fioria. Who are you comparing? I think I'd rather, looking at your numbers alone, I'd rather use someone like Penny. Would I rather you, are you Lovers Rock-esque? I think you might be. Let's put you at 9. Just because your numbers are so high. I mean, like 0.93. Like if he even gets close to this in tier 1, that would be insane. And get a lot of points. Zeus, Zeus, the FPL troll, the VFL troll that is Zeus. What do I do with you? And your god shit rating. Look at this, 0.89. Would I rather have Zeus or Timotino? Zeus or DG Zin? I think he's in that sort of range. I'm going to go 10. But he has so much potential. He can be so good, but he can be so bad. Right, Jorgamo. Okay, G2. Here we go. So points per game, 10.16. Pretty good. You know, decent fragging numbers. Decent VLR, but not insane. Obviously, G2 are going to win a lot. Jorgamo or Hyunmin? Who would you rather have? Jorgamo or Hyunmin on your team? Okay, we're getting disagreements. G2 will probably win more, you would have thought, but Hyunmin maybe will frag a bit more. Right, if we're getting disagreements, we're going the same as Hyunmin. 13.5. Texture. Ooh, another interesting one. Did average more than Jaw. Weirdly didn't frag as much, but you would have thought. You have to respect it. 14. I'd rather have Althea than Texture, I think. So yeah, I think 14. I think 14 is slam dunk. Right, Zinx though, a bit more up and down. Actually wasn't the craziest fragger. But he's on a decent team. So where do I put you? Probably like a 9-ish. put him at 9. Maybe even 8.5. Normally I tend to price things a little high and I have to bring everyone down. That might have to happen again. We'll see. I mean, we're doing duelist now, so obviously it's going to be a little high. Right, Bippo. I mean, Bippo's stats in tier 2 are the most insane thing you'll see on this list. Almost 1 kill per round. But that was in tier 2. And now you're in tier 1. How good will Gentle Mates be? I probably think they have higher hopes than Furia. So we've got a Lim who's kind of similar in that sense. Popped off in tier 2. And I put it 9. But I think Gentle Mates are probably a bit better than that. So maybe like a 9.5. Maybe a 10. Some of you are saying 11. I'd pick him over Timmy. Oh, okay. Timotino or Bippo on Gentle Mates. I mean, if his stats are that good, he could kind of be insane. But yeah, I think he's similar to like DG's. That's the comparison. DG's in. Because DG's in could also go crazy. I'm going to put him at 10. Martine. Not as much of a super fragger, but again, has some explosive potential. Would I rather have Martine or someone like Exeter? Yeah, I'd rather Martine. Would I rather have Zinx or Martine? Yeah, maybe that's close. Let's go 9, but it could be a 9.5. Don't have a 9.5. Would I rather Martine or Lover's Rock? Martine or Zeus? Zeus is 10. I'd rather take Zeus, because Zeus I think has more upside. But yeah, it is closer, so let's put him 9.5. Ara obviously popped off kind of at the end of the season. Martine did average 11.25 points. Did he really? That must have all come from like at the start of the season. And now he's not playing primary duelist either. 12.5 Ara. Oh, Ara is the ultimate gamble, isn't he? Would I rather have Ara or I think 12.5 is too high. Do I have a 12 yet? I don't. Would I rather Ara than Flashback? Would you rather have... I'd rather have Primi than Ara, surely. Or, I think May's too high, to be honest. I think May needs to come down. I haven't done Heretics yet. I'm going actually by role. I'm going to put Ara... Oh, man, I mean... Ara, fine. Yeah, 12.5 I think is fine for Ara. Udo Tan. Will Global be good? I think they'll be okay. Who's a good comparison? Udo's a 10. Udo Tan or Timotino? There you go. Udo Tan or DG Zin? Udo Tan or Zeus? I think it's close. I think a 10 is fine. Udo 10. Good one. Autumn. Probably won't be playing main duelist. Is good though. But I think for a team like this, probably an 8.5. 11 on KC. It was pretty good last year. I mean, I actually think the KC team is kind of cooking, to be honest. I think it's quite good. Would I rather have Levin or Kesnit? Would I rather have Levin? I think 11. It's an 11 or 11.5, I think. Flashback or 11? I trust DRX more, so I'll go 11. 11 for 11. Perfect. Dante on crew. Did not have a good time last year, Dante. But I'm gonna say a lot of people are down on crew. I'm high on crew. I think crew will be alright.
Valorant.
Speaking of, Leon Crew, thanks for the 21 months.
Ilun.
Dante on crew. I'm gonna put it at 10. I think. Would I rather... I think Zeus and Dante are very similar. I think those two are extremely similar. So I'm putting it 10. Okay, Sato. Now, Sato was a bit of a VFL GOAT, as you can see here, by averaging 13.25 points, which I think might have been the highest. Obviously, he only played for Stage 2. But obviously was kind of crazy. Would you rather have Sato or Giorgamo? Ooh, would you rather have Sato or Giorgamo? Sato? Sato then or Texture? Sato or Texture? See, that's interesting. So most of you said Sato against Giorgamo, but almost all of you are saying Texture. So he's either 13.5 or 14. And it probably just comes down to how good you actually think Lev will be. Not Sato, but how good will Lev be? Because if you're a Lev believer, then he probably should be 14. But if you're a Lev doubter, then maybe, or, you know, like a little on the fence, then he's more of a 13.5. Let's go 13.5. Let's go for it. I'll let the people have Sato if you want. Go for it. Because I think Neon will take some of his kills. Because Neon also here is a pretty high fragger. And this is a difficult one. Now, where do I put Neon? I guess the best example we've got is probably Flashback from DRX that I put at 11.5. In fact, I put Hyunmin at 13.5 as well. So I might just do the exact same here. And put them... But Neon is more of an unknown than Flashback. So I'm going to put him at 11. We got Kesnet at 11. I like that little comparison. We got Levin at 11. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, Verti. Ooh, what to do with Verti? I'm a bit of a loud doubter, I'm not going to lie, but I think Verti is pretty decent. But I am a bit of a loud doubter. His numbers weren't crazy high either last year. Verti or Martine. Verti or Lover's Rock. Yeah, I think that's where we are. I think a 9 is fine. 9 is fine. Filu. Now, holy fuck. What do I do with Filu? Because Filu's numbers were dog shit last year. But then he's playing for a better team now. In V. I can't put him at 5. I'm not putting him at 5. Filu was allegedly a scrim demon. Yes, allegedly he's a scrim demon. But that doesn't make this easier, does it? A low tier duelist. But I'd take Filu. Like, I'd take Filu over Exeter, I'm pretty sure. And Penny. And maybe LaRock. I think I'm going to put him at 8.5. Because what if he does pop off? What if he does pop off? He might just break the game. You take Exeter over Filu? I can't. But a Navi won't be shit. I don't think. Damby. Oh, Dumby. Good old Dumby. What if anyone who's priced low pops off? But particularly when you're a duelist for a team that I don't think will be shit, you have more chance of popping off than, let's say, you know, let's take Alim, right, for Fioria. I've priced him at 9 because his tier 2 stats were really good. But I'd say that there is a decent chance that Filu can outscore him. Because Navi could like, to me, EMEA is, you know, you got Fnatic, probably Vitality, and you, because that's the thing, again, like, for what we're doing in VFL, these players, like, each region has to kind of be priced-ishly the same, right? Because obviously the teams Navi won't play against MIBR. But, like, you've got a top 2, you've then got people like Giants, yeah, you've got people like fuck, who else is Heretics? I've got Heretics, the one I'm missing. You got those three. You got three big teams, and then I do think that Giants are probably the favorite for fourth. But like, if Navi were the fourth best team in the MEA, would any of you be shocked? I certainly wouldn't, because Ruxik's the goat. Right, Danby, moving on swiftly moving on. Nongshim, let's call them a mid-level team. Would you rather have Danby or Levin from KC? Okay, most of you saying Levin, which makes me think he should be like a 10.5, because I think I'd rather... Oh, would I take Danby over Dante? Yeah, probably. Danby over Udotan? I'm going to say 10.5 for Danby, because I think I would take them over him over the 10s. Francis, though, not a high fragger, so this is going to be fairly low. This is probably going to be more in like the 8 range. I'd probably take LaRock over Francis, I think. Francis had some crazy games, but yeah, this is like a 7.5. Right, Madder. Okay, now this one, a lot of people said make him a 15. But I didn't make him a 15. Because... I mean, he does get a lot of aces, though. Oh, he's at least a 14. Don't get me wrong. I think I'm going to make him a 14.5. I just felt like 15 was maybe a little too high just because of his, like, kills per round. You know, is it like for instance, if you compare him... So this is him next to something, right? Like, he's quite a bit lower, right? He's even, like, he's in the range of, like, a Danby, right? So his actual kills per round aren't incredibly high, but then again, that's NRG over the whole season when they weren't very good, so maybe that's underrating him a bit, but I think 14.5 is fine. Like, Alfia or Madder? Who would you take? You'd probably take Madder, to be fair. Would you take Madder at 14.5? Or would you take him over something, though? Problem with, if I make Madder 15, which I'm not wholly against, would you take Madder over Kayak, something, or Aspas? Like, would you pick him at 15? Do you know what I mean? I feel like those three are... Like, I would just pick those three first. Exactly. So I feel like I can't make him 15. He has to be 14.5. Jing, honestly, is probably in that same bucket, though. I think Jing is a 14.5. I think that's a pretty simple one. Move on. Now, what the fuck do I price CNED? What the hell am I doing with CNED? No, 0.5. Right, CNED. I mean, his actual fragging numbers, considering he wasn't playing Duelist, you have to remember as well, weren't that bad. 0.79. That's pretty good. That should actually go up now that he's on Duelist. But he's on a team that I don't expect to be great. So I put Furious Duelist at 9. So do I put him at 9? 8.5? 9.5? 10? You think that high? A lot of you have gone quite high. Why not? I'll go 9.5. Put it a little respect on CNED. Why not? Jemkin. Obviously, is going to be pretty high. How good will RRQ be? How high should Jemkin be? His points per game is pretty good. 13. Let's compare. Would you rather have Oxy or Jemkin? There's a good start. Oxy or Jemkin? Oh, a lot of you saying Oxy, but some Jemkins in there. Do we have a 12.5? Do we? Yes, we do. We Primi or Jemkin. Or yeah, was Ara a 12? Ara was a 12.5 as well. Would you see? I'd take Jemkin over Ara and Primi. I'm pretty sure. I take Jemkin over those two. I think I'm going to make him a 13, but with how decisively you all said Oxy makes me think, should Oxy just be a 13.5? I mean, he averaged 10 points. What did Jemkin average? Matter averaged 10. Jemkin averaged 9.16. I just that maybe Oxy should just be more. Oxy's like Kiko. He's just a goat of the game. Fuck it. I'm making him 13.5. You can't stop me. You can't stop me. Jemkin's a 13. I'm fine with that. Okay, Redux. There must be some Sen fans in here. What do I do with Redux and Narrate? 1, how good will Sen be? 2, who will get more kills? Redux or Narrate? Probably Narrate, right? So if Narrate will get more kills, let's bump down Redux a little bit for that. But would I rather have Redux? Would you rather have Redux or Timotino? Let's start there. On your VFL team. Okay, some of you saying Timo, some of you saying Redux. So that's already good. I like when people disagree, that tells me okay. We're in the right sort of ballpark. So he's around 10. I would probably take Redux over CNET, I think. Who else is 10? Eurotan? Yeah, I think 10. I think 10 is fine. Narrate. Will he outfrag Redux by a lot? I'm not sure about that. I think we're looking at 10.5 to 11. See, I don't want to compare him to like Kesnet, because Kesnet, I don't know how good Kesnet will be. Who else is 11? Levin is 11. Neon is 11. I think 11 is fine. Would I rather Narrate than Danby? Yeah, because Sen should be better than Nongshim, I think. So let's go 11. Okay, Buzz and Itsu. Interesting ones, for sure. Interesting ones, for sure. Buzz. I mean, they actually have the same KPR. And actually average similar sort of points. T1 should be good, though. T1 should be good. Would I rather have Buzz or who's a 13? Do we have a 13? I don't have any, just blank 13. Oh, there we go. Jemkin. Buzz or Jemkin? There you go. That's a good comparison, I think. Okay, some Buzzes, some Jemkins. I think you've answered that for me. I think I'm going to put him at 13. And Itsu, not bad either. Certainly a good option. I would put Itsu in the kind of, again, similar to Flashback range. He was 11.5. I think Itsu could be in the 11-ish, 11.5 range as well. Itsu on Narrate, though, I think I might go Narrate, so I'd put him at 11. Okay, Woot. Always a difficult player to price here, Woot. How good will... I mean, Woot and Comeback. I mean, I don't know what I'm going to do with Comeback. We'll come to him in a second, but... Right. Woot or Buzz? Woot or Jemkin? Let's start there. Well, let's start the bidding at 13. Woot or Jemkin? Woot or Buzz? Oh, see, you're disagreeing. Some of you are saying Woot. Some of you are saying Woot every day. Some of you are disagreeing. So that tells me like we're in the right range. Let's start with 13. Where should I put Comeback though? Because like he wasn't that great, but playing for Heretics, you would expect. I think he has to be lower than Woot if I'm being honest. But where on earth do I put him? Because he's on a team that will probably win. Would you take Ara over Comeback? Do I have a 12 yet? I do. Who was 12? May. take Aura over comeback. See, but he's playing for Heretics. Like, I can't put him that low because what if he pop? Like, what if he is insane? He could be. He could like comeback could legit be the best player in the game this year if he does truly pop off. 11.5 would be flashback level. I think I'm gonna put 12 for now because he is their primary duelist. Okay, purple, I have no idea what to do because, again, his stats are insane. I don't know how much duelist he'll actually play. And he's on a decent Team Liquid team. 10, you think? Purple or... I think... Purple or Udo Tan? Dante? Go on. I'll roll with you. Mini Boo. A lot of you hate Mini Boo. A lot of you hate Mini Boo. Unnecessarily. Would you take Mini Boo or Comeback? Let's go there. The player that replaced him. Shall we make them the same price? Just make them both 12. Comeback is on a better team. Yeah, but well, is he? Maybe. Might be on a better team, but it's not that clear. And Mini Boo is probably going to get a bigger kill share, I think. Let's make them the same. Why not? Right, 10-10 for Team Secret. Holy fuck, what do I do with Kelly S and 10-10? Holy shit. Do numbers go that low? Akame was 7. Oh, that KPRs. I mean, the KPRs are dog shit as well. Fucking hell, man. I actually think this might be 6s here. Let's do that. Let's do that. Okay, Durka. What's Durka? Let's go back to pod. Durka? Do I have a 14? Durka or texture? Am I sure Galeas is a duelist? No. You would take texture for sure? Who's a 13.5? Durka or Sato? Oh, see, he's a 13.5 or a 14. He has to be. But I think the team is good enough. I think the team is good, though. I think the team is good. I'm going to give him a 14 because I trust the team. So I'm going to say 14. Whereas, like, Lev, you know, I think will be good, but... Like, maybe... Like, there's more question marks, I would say, but Vitality, I think, will just be good. Sop for Ulf. Now, Ulf, I don't think will be, like, a true farmer team, but... They're probably similar somewhat to BBL Pacific. So I put Lover's Rock at 9. His numbers are about the same, but a little bit lower. I think BBL Pacific will be a bit better. I'll put him at 8.5. On New Zealand Minecraft Let's Play. God, I didn't realize how many there were of this. Sorry, my brother's texting me. My girlfriend just said, if you have any heroes, don't eat the twirls, and sent a sick emoji. I don't know exactly what has gone on there, but it's interesting for sure. Who are we on? New Zealand Minecraft Let's Play. See, Zexy was so good in Ascension, though. I think Viral will be decent. You are just like a secondary duelist player, so let's put you at 7.5, and let's put you Zexy at 9.5. That's what I've got CNET at. That's probably a bit disrespectful. Probably a bit better than that, so let's do that. Absol. Oh, fuck. What do I do with the Zeta players? Absol and Echo. Does my girlfriend play FPL? No, no, no. She's not really interested in sports that much. Absol, let's give you... Oh, man. Again, the tier 2 numbers are pretty good, but I don't think Zeta will be very good. So let's give you a 9, and let's give Echo an 8. Okay, and then that's that done. Should I do controllers, initiators, or sentinels next? There isn't a ton of sentinels. Sentinel pricing actually is going to be interesting because there isn't a ton of them, so I need to make sure I have a good spread. 9 is super high? I mean, it's the same as Verti. Do I have an 8.5? Yeah, we do. Okeanos is an 8.5. Right, let's do the controllers. Right, bang, bang, bang. So, right, just to give you some comparison. So, Bang's KPR is 0.68. So, of the duelists, someone with a 0.68 would be a 7 cost here, a Kame for DFM. Now, obviously, again, team aspirations come into that. But this, again, is just to show you this is why duelists do cost a bit higher. Like, again, you're looking at, like, Francis-type numbers. So, Bang, look, 15 is the highest price. So I think something like 7.5 is a good starting point for someone like Bang. Overall, right, Loiter for BBL. Again, stats a little bit higher than someone like Bang. Probably expectations a little bit lower, maybe. Maybe about the same though. Let's put Loiter at 7.5 as well. Vic was pretty good. Vic Vinegar. Again, similar to Loiter there. Decent point totals. Maybe Vic's like an 8. Zelsis on C9. Fragging a little bit lower, but not a disaster. 7, 6.5, 7. Bangs on 100 Thieves. How good do you think 100 Thieves will be? Celsius 6? God, I mean, he is IGLing. I'm going to go 6.5. Gien. Because C9 won't be a disaster, will they? Will they? Gien. 0.68. So again, not the highest fragger in the world. Playing for DFM. Don't think DFM will be that great. Gien 4. No, that's a 5.5. Mako, though. Mako. Again, fragging not amazing. But you can see the points difference here. I mean, Zelsis, to be fair, his points weren't that high. Maybe his 6 is right. Maybe I actually have to bring Bang down a bit. Mako.
This
Average
is
7.58 points. Worker Sean, thanks for the 18 months. 7.58 points is around the same. Someone like Oki. Maybe like well, it's probably higher than Vic. It's probably like 8.5. No, 10.5 min? What are you talking about? He doesn't frag enough for that. Rossi on Envy. I mean, what the fuck do I do with Rossi? How good will Envy be? Probably, well, what do you think? Rossi versus Bang? Who would you take, Rossi or Bang? Would you take Bang? You'd take Bang. Okay, we'll go 6.5. Super for EG. Not a big fragger. Super or Zelsis? Who would you take? Super? God, yeah, I mean, neither. Well, this is the whole point, though. You're gonna have to take players like this. Also a 6, yeah, I think so. Vekaj. Ooh, now this one's a tough one. What do I put Vekaj at? 4 Fnatic. Obviously on a good team, so it can only be so low. Then again, look at Bosa's average points here. But yeah, he's... Would you rather have Mako or Vekaj? I think you'd rather have Mako. What about Vic or Vekaj? I think an 8 might be appropriate here. Need to account that Vekaj can duelist? Yeah, but Alfia will be their second duelist. I'm pretty sure. Like, Alpha's played a decent amount of duelist. Maybe he'll play some duelist when they need him to on specific maps, but I don't think it'll be a ton. Okay, Boaster. His actual average points here is quite low. It's actually only a little bit higher than Zelsis. Obviously, his fragging, we know, is very low. So because obviously Fnatic will still be okay, I'm going to put him at 6.5. I think Rossi might need to be a 6. But his actual points isn't that great. Okay, Leviathan for full sense, who should be okay, and his fragging is decent as well. His fragging isn't terrible. Higher than Bang, probably somewhere in this Bang loiter range. I would say for someone like Leviathan. Let's put him at 7 though. I think. Art Zine, a VFL ultimate troll art zine, Masters Toronto. Never forget the troll that was art zine, the absolute giga troll that was art zine in Masters Toronto. He's playing for a Fioria team that probably won't be very good. Give him 5. No, I think he does deserve a 6. Would you rather art zine or Zelsis? I think you might take art zine, but be careful. Be careful what you wish for. Where's thanks for the 43 months?
Fuck Hudson, make him cost 0.
We'll put him at 6. Baha for Foot. Now, as we went through their numbers went amazing. There, and you can see that here at 0.69. Anything below 0.7 I would consider like below average fragging on a team that I don't think will be great. This actually might be a little Foot that bad though? I'm gonna put him at 6. I'm putting him at 6. Foot aren't that bad. Surely. Right, Valen, a VFL legend. 0.79. Look, his fragging is higher. This is why Valen's one of the GOATs. His fragging is higher than all of these people, and significantly higher than most of them that we just talked about. Andy's an IGL. Andy's on an insane team. Valen is probably... Would you rather have, let's say that we were going for a wildcard slot here. Would you rather have Valen or someone like Verti? Would you, right, in a wildcard slot, would you rather have Timotino or Valen? Maybe he's a 10. Who else is a 10? Zeus? Someone like Zeus or Valen? God, you're all just taking Valen? Fine, I'll make him 10.5. At 10.5, Dambi or Valen? I think you're starting to get close now. Surely some of you would take Dambi. Ain't no way you're making me go up to 11. Kesnet or Valen? Levin or Valen? Narrate? You would take Narrate over Valen, surely. Narrate, I mean, it might need to be a bit higher. Valen's on a team that wins games, but he doesn't get all. But kills matter. I mean, he did average 9.18 points. I mean, that is quite high. I can't put him at 12, can I? What is he now? Right, I can put him at 11. I can do it. I can put him at 11. Right, look really bad in the offseason. Offseason games don't matter. Right, Ash for Gen G. Again, not a fragging monster, but is on a decent team. Ash or Vekaj? Ash is good. He's not a 10. A 9, you think? I think he's in that Mako Vekaj range. Most of you saying take Ash. I actually think Mako's a little high, but he has a go of the game, so I'll give him that. I'll put him at 8.5. I think that's fine. Because who's better, Genji or DRX? I think you're asking that. That's a question. Like, Ash's fragging numbers here aren't that high. Like, look at the difference to Valen, bro. Ash got way better. Fine, I'll put him at 9. You guys really love Ash. I don't know why you love Ash so much. He's fine. I know he's on a new... true, I mean, playing Initiator, you're not going to get as many kills, are you? Let's be real, but... Okay, Glyph from Gentle Mates. I mean, his fragging numbers there are okay. So, he's not, like, going to be down there. How good would Gentle Mates be? Similar expectations, maybe, to someone like... Envy? What did I put Rossi at? I put Rossi at 6. Glyph's fragging numbers will probably be better, so 6.5 maybe. Grabinho, another player I had during champs. Again, fragging numbers not the worst, but again, didn't average a ton of points. But then again, Giants just turned up for the last part of the year, and then didn't do that great in champs. Grabinho or Bang? Grabinho or Bang? Okay, we got some mixed results. We're putting him at 7. Xavi 8K, IGLing as well, but good fragging numbers. 0.76 is pretty good on a global team, but that'll probably come down IGLing a little bit. Not expecting a lot from the team. 8K for 8. No, we can't do that. But 7.5 seems too high because this team's not going to be that good. I think 6.5, to be honest. Maybe a 7. No, because global won't be that good, will they? They won't be terrible either, but... Sogetsu was a bit of a go. Again, he actually averaged more points than Valen last year. And his fragging KPR is actually the exact same as Valen's. So Sogetsu needs to be pretty high. Obviously, he's not on G2, so it's not going to be as high as like Valen's is, but it needs to be pretty high because he's good. So he's probably like a 9.5 to a 10 is what I would say. Will he do better than someone like Lover's Rock? Thing is with the duelists though, again, like duelists are such a strange one because they could, like, duelists can always just pop off more so than other roles. I'm going to put him at 9.5 for now.
You get shot, you lose the round, you lose the game.
Zesabi, thanks for the 11 months.
10.
Why would you put 10? Oh, you want him to be 10. I see. I thought you were saying how many months you sub for then. I was like, you've got that wrong. But sure, I'll make him 10 just for you. DOS9, another VFL Stage 1 GOAT. All-time legend of VFL Stage 1, DOS9. But then fell off a cliff. We want cheap players? Well, I mean, the average will come out, and I'll tell you. And we'll make that the case. DOS9 probably has to be lower than Sogetsu. Man, but he did pop off. He went crazy for a while. I think he has to be 9 for DOS9. 9 seems too high, though. Like, with how much you all love Ash, there's no way you wouldn't pick Ash over DOS9. Would you take DOS9 over Vekaj, though? Maybe. So I'm going to put him at 8, I think. Silence for crew. Now, I like this crew roster, but apparently I'm alone on that island. But Silence, again, decent fragging, 0.75. That's, you know, pretty good. And again, I'm fairly high on this crew roster, but no one else is, Would I take silence or bang? Silence or bang? There you go. They're in the same region. Probably, I would say similar level of team, Crew and 100 Thieves. You're all saying bang. Really? You'd all take bang. Okay, okay. You're all saying bang. I'll make him 6.5, but I'm telling you right now, I'm fucking picking silence right the fuck now.
You get shot, you lose the round, you lose the
Darkrai,
game.
thanks for the
It's
10
an
months.
FPS
In
game.
fact, I think you're all wrong. He's a 7. He is a 7. And I'm still, here's the thing. He's a 7, and I'm still going to pick him. Sadak, though, I mean, obviously the fragging's not really there. Is Sadak a 5.5? Or a 6? Would you rather have Zelsis or Sadak? Neither. I like when people say neither. Okay, we got a mix, so I'm gonna put him at 6. Okay, Spike on Lev. Now the fragging here is somewhat off the chain. So this one needs to be pretty high. Lev are a tough team to price. Would you rather have Spike or Vic? I think that's probably where I'm at. Someone like Vic, someone like DOS9. Yeah, I think I would take Spike. So maybe he's an 8.5. Would you say, I mean, you all love Ash. So would you take Ash or Spike? I just want to see all the people just say Ash. Why do you all fucking love Ash so much? Right, 8 it is. King. Now, King, obviously, IGLing his fragging isn't going to be as high, so I think we have to put him a little lower than Spike, but probably not too much lower. Would you take King over Bang? I think probably most of you are going to say yes, you would take King over Bang, and I wouldn't be that inclined to disagree. So I think he's probably a 7.5. You take Bang over King? Really? No, I'm not asking about Ash over King. I know what you're going to say with that. Yeah, okay. King over Bang. Let's go with that. Ooh, Pancada is an interesting one because Pancada had one of the craziest games of all time and then did nothing for the rest of the year. 0.56 is what Pancada's fragging was, which isn't very good. And he's IGLing on a bad Loud team. Would you rather have Pancada or... I mean, you've got to take him over. You surely would take Pancada over Zelsis, though, right? No? You surely take him over Gien, though. Right, I'm putting him at 6. Oh, interesting one. What to do with Zekken? Obviously, this has to be very high. You would take Zekken over Valen. I'm hoping. Would you take Zekken, sometimes on smokes, over Hyunmin? Hyunmin or Zekken? With Zekken on smokes. Yum yum it is. So maybe 13.5 is too high. What about someone like... Do I have a 13? Woot. There's a great example. Woot versus Zekken. Who would you take? They're not always going to play Duelist. Would you take Woot or Zekken? Both on good teams. Okay, we've reached, I think, a point of interesting debate. So we're gonna put him at 13 because that's what Woot is, and you all decided that Hyunmin was better than Zekken, but didn't with Woot versus like. Oh, here's well, we're going high with this as well. Ruxick. Again, 0.91. 0.91 in stage 2. Unbelievable. I mean, he won't put up those numbers again. He can't. I mean, that is higher than... In fact, hold on. That is higher than everyone apart from May and is the same as Oxy. That's how good Ruxick was in stage 2. Because the others are tier 2 numbers. Only May and Oxy were the same. He put up higher KPR than Sato. Think about how insane Sato was in stage 2. Ruxick had a higher KPR. I mean, that is insane, isn't it, really? Purpo, that was in tier 2. But yeah, Purpo did have insane numbers. Why has it done this? Why has it mixed up the order again? What was I sorting by before? I don't know. But anyway, here we are, Ruxick. Oh, man. Would I rather have Ruxick? Right, here you go. Would you rather have Ruxick or Valen? You all love Valen. You'd all rather have Ruxick. Depends on the cost. Well, Valen costs 11. So you'd all rather have Ruxick rather than Valen. But you must all want Zekken over Ruxick. I'm not going to ask whether you want Minibu or Ruxick because I know the answer. Comeback or Ruxick? So what position I have? God, you're all saying Ruxick. Fucking hell. Maybe I have to make him 12. I'll make him 12. I'll make him 12. If you want to go there, you can. Right, Wayne. Oh, we're coming to Kiko in a second. That one will be tough as well. Wayne. How was his stats? His stats were pretty fucking insane in tier 2. That was in tier 2. But those stats are pretty good. What do I do with someone like that? You've gone pretty low there. 8. A safe 8. Who else is 8? We got Vekaj at 8. DOS 9 at 8. Looking at those stats, I want to put him higher. I want to put him at 8.5, I think. Maybe even a 9. Thing is, we haven't seen it in tier 1. Right, here you go then. The thing is, I know you're all going to say to pick Ash. You would all pick Ash over than... You would all pick Ash. So he can't be a 9. He has to be an 8.5. I can't wait till we get to VFL and everyone's got Ash in their team. I'd pick Wayne. Oh, some of you would say you'd pick Wayne. You'd pick Wayne. But he plays for Liquid. That is true. He does play for Liquid. Look, I haven't seen it yet. I'm happy with 8.5. If you want to go there, that's fine. Right, Kiko. AKA the GOAT. Kiko. On NRG. Let's just start right there. Would you rather have Kiko or Zekken? See, and there's disagreement. Ash. Whoever's cheaper, well, then you've answered my question for me. They're both going to be 13. Although maybe they should be higher, honestly. Would you take Oxy and Sato over Kiko and Zekken? I mean, they averaged 9.2 and 9.03. Oxy averaged 10.04. Sato averaged 13.25. So yeah, I think you should. You should. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Yeah, and they're going to be playing less Duelist. Well, Kiko might play still quite a bit of Duelist, but okay. Alorante for Pacific. His fragging actually was pretty good in DAC Tier 2, but he's on a pretty rough team. Again, will most people pick up Alorante? I don't think so. He's going to be a 5.5, I think. Ooh. Alo 15. But Pacific won't win that many games, I don't think. How is Oxy 13.5? Because he just averages a lot of points. Like, here's something. Here's Oxy. See how their points both begin with a 10? That's why. Oxy is insanely good at VFL. Because he gets a ton of kills. He's on a team where he's set up to get all the kills. He gets a lot of 4Ks and aces. He's good at VFL. That's the way it is. Even though I agree Cloud9 will be okay and that's it. Right. Forsaken. A big one. Average 10.61 point. Right, again, let's do this. Would you take Forsaken over Kiko and Zekken? Some of you saying yes. Some of you are saying no. I think I'm going to put him I'm going to give a little paper Rex tax like they do for my new players. I'm going to make him 13.5. Reason being, I'm more certain that paper Rex will be good than NRG or MIBR will. And he did average more points than them last year. Okay, Monyet. A Monyet has been on my VFL teams before. Forsaken's impact isn't as a fragger. Well, this number would somewhat disagree with you. Eight-ish. I mean, yeah, Monyet's a decent fragger. He's not terrible by any means. Let's see. Who can I compare Monyet to? A DOS9? A Vic? Monyet or Vic? Is that a fair sort of comparison? Monyet probably on a slightly better team. An 8, shall we say? But you're all taking Ash. I know you're all taking Ash. I think that's fine. Cortesia. Now, this one is interesting because with how Cortesia's been playing, right? I'm just going to ask the question. Cortesia or Ash? Potato Head or Ash Ketchum? I want you to answer seriously. The fact that some of you are saying Cortesia tells me all I need to know.
Forsaken is apparently the best player of 2025.
But I still want people
How
to
is he
be
not
able
a
to get
15 with the
Forsaken. He can't
PRX
be a
tax?
15. He can't
Just
be a 15.
point towards the PRX fans.
So
since
you're taking
we'll still
Cortesia over
get him.
Ash. Cortesia or Sugetsu? Ooh. Okay, we're getting some disagreement, so I think we found our answer there. I think 10 is a good price for Cortesia. Sugar Hero. Oh, Sugar Hero. Actually isn't the worst fragger. But plays for a pretty bad team. I think you would take Sugar Zero over someone like Zelsis, right? So he's probably above that, but... Or would you not? Team diff? I think you still would. I'm going to put him at 6.5. Profek, decent option. Again, I mean, you look at what he averaged last year, almost 9 points. That's pretty good. Even though his fragging's not the highest, but he's on a better team than he was last year, you would have guessed, or I would think. So Profek's going to be pretty high. I think I'd take him over Moniette. So probably higher than 8. Do we have an 8.5? We do in Wayne. Profek or Wayne? You pick him over Ash. See, I think... Oh, well, there you go. Ash is 9. So let's go... I think well, with how you're all talking about Ash, I think you would take Ash over Profek. But Wayne, maybe not. See, now you're saying Profek over Wayne, so you're saying Wayne. Which makes me think 8.5 is fine. Munchkin, interesting one. How many controllers we got left? Not too many. I'll try and complete this before I get to half time of that game. Munchkin. On a good team, would I rather have Munchkin or King? Would you rather have Munchkin or Mako? Let's just actually start there. Munchkin? Because I actually think Mako is too high. I think Mako should actually be an 8, and I think Munchkin should be an 8.5. Because I agree. I think Munchkin, I would take Munchkin over. Like, Munchkin or Profek to me seems fine. John QT. Here we go. Here's one for the Sen fans to rip into. John QT. What on earth do I do with John? A 7, you're all saying. Would you rather have... Let's start there. Let's go King versus John. Would you rather have King for Lev or John? King?
This is...
Okay, then yes, it'll be a 7.
Heritage.
Standard, thanks for the 23 months. An Ordaz from Ulf. I mean, not a high fragger on a team, probably not expected to do much. Let's go 5.5. Extras from Nongshim. I mean, these numbers, don't trust these numbers because he did pop off. That's just from Ascension, but he did pop off a bit more than that. So he's not that bad. He actually did pop off quite a bit. Nongshim, I would say, are on a similar level to 100 Thieves. So I might put him at a 7. Similar to Bang there. Cinder from Varel was not their main fragger. But Varel will be okay. So let's put him at 6. And what the fuck do I do with Boo? Boo's fragging is in the ground. Would you take Boaster or Boo? I think I'd trust Boaster more. Do I put them the same? I think I have to put him as a 6. And Sylvan on Team Secret. Oh, man. What am I doing with Sylvan? On Team Secret. Does he even shoot? 7 on Secret? I think he's a max 6. Make him 25. It won't make a difference. Would you pick Boaster or Sylvan? On Team Secret, bro. They ain't winning a map. You pick Sylvan over Zelsis? Boo deserves to be higher. Fine, I'll make him 6.5 for the Heretics Believers. I'll make Sylvan a 6. Right, controllers done. Initiators and Sentinels to go. Let's do this. Sayonara. I mean, actually won't be in Kickoff. So maybe we don't need to worry about this one too much, but Sayonara would be pretty good. So let's put Sayonara. I don't know. It doesn't matter too much, I suppose. He isn't playing for Kickoff, right? I'm not kidding, right? No? Let's put in here Vitality Initiator. Spelled that wrong. Initiator. Vitality Initiator. So let's just put the Vitality Initiator at 8. Why not? Because they probably won't be as good as Sayonara. Right, Riens. Riens. What are we doing with Riens? Would you rather have... Right. Would you rather have Riens or Valen? Let's start there. Valen was an 11. Would you rather have Riens or Valen? Riens. You're all saying Riens any day. Even though he actually averaged quite a lot less points. But that probably is being dragged down by Toronto pretty heavily. Okay, Riens. But you wouldn't take Riens over like a Kiko or a Zekken, right? For VFL. I'm not talking to build a team. I mean, if you're asking me like you're building a team, apart from IGLs, I would take Riens number 1 overall. But for VFL, I'm talking about. VFL. What about Ruxic? Ruxic or Riens? Are we in a good spot there? Maybe a 12.5 is on the cards here. Okay, if you're saying 50-50 with Ruxic, we will make Riens a 12. Aves was also a very good VFL pick last year. Was the bane of my existence because I didn't have him and almost everyone else seemed to. And it was very frustrating because he was popping off constantly. He will play some duelist as well. So he needs to be pretty high, I would say. He averaged 9.42. Sugetsu averaged slightly more. Where's Sugetsu? At 9.67. Sugetsu was a 10. So do I make Aves about a 10 as well, maybe? Make Sugetsu and Aves about the same? Fabian for Ulf. Actually was a good fragger for them. Now, again, not on a team we're expecting a ton from, but if you're a good fragger on a team like that, maybe you deserve a 7. Leaf. Now, Leaf is listed as an initiator because that's what he played the most of recently, but obviously it's Leaf. Would you take Leaf over Kiko and Zekken? No? Not on Initiator, but he's not playing only Initiator. Like, he's playing Viper a lot as well, but it just, like, he had one more game of Initiator than he did, like, Controller. But would you... who's a 12.5? Did we have a 12.5 here? You'd take Leaf over Riens, though, right? For sure. So he has to be more than 12. Yeah, maybe 12.5. Phenomic, thanks for the 24 months. No, because I think you would take him over Riens. 1 of 13 is most recent pro game. Yeah, that's one game. Thankfully, that wasn't on VFL. You don't have to worry about it. Darker for Loud. Again, good fragging numbers in tier 2, but Loud we're not expecting to be great. What do I make you? I mean, Fabian, I've got it 7. Maybe 7.5. Maybe 7. Maybe 7 is right. Actually, I think that's pretty comparable. Ulf to Loud. So if they're both similar sort of fraggers. Darker is insane, you'll see. Yeah, but is his team? Because unless he's getting... because that's the thing, right? I'm not saying he isn't an insane player, but he has quite a few things going against him in terms of VFL. One is he plays for Loud, so they're not going to probably win a ton of games. I could be wrong about that, but I don't expect them to. 2 is the fact he's playing Initiator, and Initiators tend to get a lot less 4Ks and Aces because they're just not taking a first fight ever. So on Initiator, it's always tougher. Initiators are always the lowest scoring ones generally. MW, I mean, speaking of insane players, what do I do with MW on crew? Four on MW. Anything more is wrong. He's gonna be more than 4. Darker or MW? Let's see a controller. Silence or MW? Will there be assist points? No, but I have thought about a plan to somehow incorporate assist points, but in terms of like overall assist points, no, because assists are too bullshit. Okay, let's go 6.5. Why are you all hating on MW? Why are you all saying MW should be like 5? Because he's shit? I'll make him... Would you take MW or Zelsis? Hold on, I'm just watching this. Yeah, that's a ban. Some of you think Zelsis? Fucking hell. I mean, I'm picking up a ton of crew players then. You guys are all crazy. Killua for full sense. I mean, pretty good. Averaged decently well as well. Does frag out a little bit on a pretty decent team. Yeah, I could see him being fairly high here. Oh, we got like Monyet. It was an 8. Killua. Probably like an 8. Camo. Camo Team Liquid. Now, Camo's such a strange one because he was playing Duelist last year, obviously, but now playing Initiator. $9? You think that high? I was going to say 8.5. Like, would you take Camo or Wayne? Like, to compare him to a teammate. Wayne cost 8.5. I think I'd take Wayne. I'd take my bet on Wayne. Some of you are saying Camo. But if you're debating it, then we put him at 8.5. Juna from Varel. A decent fragger. What did I make the other Varel? What did I make the Varel controller? Oh, Cinder wasn't that big of a fragger. Whereas Juna's a better fragger. So let's put him in the darker category here. But I think Varel will be better than Loud, so that's fine. It's a Fulham pen. It's... Who's taking it? Raul Jimenez. Against their backup keeper. EU. Ooh, what to do with EU? Would you take EU on Furia or Bang? For on 100 Thieves. Bang? Well, then EU is a 6.5. Hold on, let me watch this pen. He's going bottom right, I'm going to say. I know I'm behind real life, so if any of you watching this game, you'll know. I think he's going bottom right. Oh no, he's going bottom left. You could tell, so you could tell he ran up to the ball like very straight, which is always a sign that they're going bottom left. Brock. Ooh, what to do with Brock on NRG? Because Brock is like, you know, a decent fragger, but he's not insane. Who else do we have in that kind of realm? You take Valen over... Would you take Valen over Brock? I think I would. Would you take Cortesia over Brock? I think around 10 is about right for Brock. Cortesia or Brock? Court all day. I think let's put him at 10. Right, Envy. Ooh. Where the fuck do I put Envy? Envy or Valen? Taking Envy over Valen? Okay. Yeah, he's not going to see, this is the thing. Don't think about Envy's old stats because he's never going to get as many kills on Paper X as he did Team Secret. So, like, keep that in your mind. Like, there are only so many kills you can get, right? Like, this is what makes Oxy good. Oxy's kill share of C9 is very high. Like, Envy's kill share of Team Secret was high, but his kill share on Paper X is going to be a lot lower. A lot lower. So, Valen I put at 11. I think it's close. I think... But Paper X tax, I'm going to put him at 10.5. He might even be a 10. But I'm going to put him at 10.5. Killshot down, but maps go way up. More than Brock? Yeah, because again, it's the similar thing to what I said for Matter. I'm more confident that Paper X will be good, that NRG will be... Like, I'm more confident that Paper X will be a top 2 team in Pacific than NRG will be a top 2 team in Americas. That's so cheap, too high. I mean, there you go. That's perfect. Back to back, that's so cheap, too high. Ninja for Pacific Esports. I mean, again, the fragging is okay. The fragging is not horrific, but again, on Pacific... I'm going to put him down at 6. Sociable on Navi. Navi should be alright. Sociable should be pretty decent. Maybe like a 7.5 here. Something like that. I take Sociable over Bang. Who's an 8? I take Sociable over Vic. Maybe. He did actually average 9 points. Let's put him at 8. Zeppa. Oh, here's a good one. Would you rather have Zeppa? I mean, actually, look, Zeppa's KPR is actually the same as Trent's, which is quite good. Would you rather have Zeppa or Bang? Zeppa or Bang? Oh, debate. Okay, you're debating, so therefore we'll put him at 7. Trent. Now, Trent, again, averaged 10 points. Averaged a whole 10 points. Obviously, isn't in the kind of same slot as, like, Leaf. I think you would take Valen over Trent. Am I crazy? No way. I think I would. Would you take Envy over Trent? Let's start there. Envy over Trent. Are we in agreement? Yeah. Okay, next question. Brock or Trent? Okay, there we're getting some arguments, so therefore we go 10. Simple as. Some of you take Brock, some of you take Trent. Oh, Asuna. We'll play some Duelist for sure. Sociable or Asuna? Killua or Asuna? I think that's where around we are with Asuna. Maybe Camo or Asuna. I think he's an 8, 8.5. But would anyone take Asuna over Killua and Sociable? Is there any Arsenal lovers out there? Make yourself known. If they were the same price, would you take Arsenal? I am here, says I like wins. Okay, well, he's being 8. A bit of name brand bumping up there, I think. Crystal isn't IGLing apparently. And his fragging is okay. That's a 7. Blows. Ooh, for Lev. Ooh, that one's more tricky because Lev should be all right. Blows for Levs. Would I take him over Zeppa? Yes. Do I have a 7.5? I think 7.5 might be in the right realm. Crashies. Ooh, Crashies. What do I make Crashies? Like a 9 maybe? Somewhere around that. Oh, Ash or Crashies. There you go. Perfect. Ash or Crashies. Okay, you're all saying Crashies. But surely you would all take... Okay, I mean, most of you are saying Crashies. Surely you would take Brock? Would you take Trent and Brock over Crashies, though? I think I would. But don't let me influence you. Trent is way too low. He did average 10 points, to be fair. That is a fair point. Okay, I'm going to put Crashies at 9.5. My man, you can feel free to pick up Trent. Bless me. Although G2 did win a lot. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Cow and Zine on loud. Might not even play. Not sure. Where did I put Darker? Where's Darker? I had Darker at 7, so Cow and Zine is probably a bit lower, like a 6. RB. Nongshim. Let's see. Who's comparable to Nongshim? Like 100 Thieves. I got Astronaut 8. Probably a bit worse of a fragger. Do I have Blows is 7.5? Actually, Astronaut should be a 7.5, shouldn't he? RB 7.57 maybe, probably a 7. Solid 8, I think that's too high. Are you Chober in disguise? Because he is IGLing, I think. Caillou for Sen. IGLing on Sen. Maybe a 6.5? 7? I'm going to make him a 7. Same as Nongshim, I think. Starkso on Gentle Mates, I think that's a 6.5. Flickless on Giants, I think is a 6.5. Although they're a bit better, maybe a 7. Mazzino on MIBR. Ooh. Would I take Asner or Mazzino? Probably about the same, 7.5. Ethan. Ooh, where to put Ethan? Would you take Ethan or Mako? 11 for Ethan? Ethan does not frag enough to be worth 11. How is his points per game 15? That must be wrong. Splurge. Something, you've gone wrong here, son. There is no way Ethan's points per game were 15. That one must be wrong. The other ones I can kind of remember them being somewhat like who was good. Like obviously, you know, Ruxic was very good, and you know everything else makes sense. There's no way. There's no way he averaged that many points. And also, Hero and Nats are also wrong. How some of these have just gone bizarrely wrong. I don't know how. What? How's it got this wrong? Games played. Something's gone wrong there, Splurge, but I'm not sure. Not sure what. Right, Ethan. I think let's make Ethan or Camo. Let's make Ethan an 8.5. I think that's fine. Yampy. Similar to Ethan, maybe a little bit lower. Maybe an 8. Cloud, again, maybe just a little bit lower, 7.5. Although I feel like Yampy Cloud, people are gonna say should be the same. Xiao. Should be IGLing now for Navi as well, so probably a little bit lower. Let's go 7 for Xiao. Poppin. Poppin, I'm gonna go 6.5 because I don't know what to expect from Envy. Crazy Guy. Yeah, probably 6.5. Vora for 100 Thieves, probably a 6. Rose from BBL, probably a 5.5. Com from EG. Let's go 6. Neki from Ulf. 5.5. Mr. Fallen 6. Cushy. Is this fracking that bad? It really was. Let's go. He should be a bit higher though, I think. Cushy 6.5. Stacks. Again on a team that should win. He should frag a bit better now he's not IGLing, so let's put him at 7. Cristalli from Foot 6. Jesse Bash 5. Verno. Again, this is because he's using stage 2 stats, but obviously he isn't that bad overall. What do I put Verno at? An 8 or something? Ethan or Verno? Probably Verno, right? Crashies or Verno? Okay, we're getting some debate. Let's put him at 9.5. Let's put him the same as Crashies. I think Ethan should probably be a 9 as well. Cess. Can be a 5.5. Bane for DRX. Ooh, Bane for DRX. Camo or Bane? Camo? Yeah, I think Bane is a decent shout. Lakia. Lakia. What to make the goat? Lakia. The Lakia of Valorant. Lakia or Stacks? Stacks might need to be a bit higher, actually. No, we're putting Lakia at 7. You're definitely taking Ash over Lakia. Start with all the memes. Shados. Shooter should be a Sentinel, yeah. Who was it that said I got that wrong? Zeta. XDLL. Shados. Let's just go 6.5 maybe. Right, Shooter 5.5. Easy. Cryo. What did I make Asuna? A 7.5. Cryo probably should be like a what? A 10? Yeah, about a 10. Cortezia or Cryo? That seems about right, I think. Maybe a 10.5, honestly, for Cryo. In fact, yeah, I'm going to make him a 10.5. Hero. Decent pick from Navi. Hero. He didn't average 17.64 points per game. Yeah, Hero might be like an 8.5. skills per round. 0.81 is pretty fucking high, to be fair. Let's give him a 9. Nats. What do I make Nats? Nats or Cryo? Who would you rather have in your VFL? Most of you are going to say Nats. I already know it. And you're wrong. But that's fine. Maybe I should make Cryo an 11. Right. Nats or... Who's an 11.5 that I've got? Nats or Narrate? You're all just going to say Nats. Nats or Flashback? There you go. Nats or Flashback? Let's make Nats 11.5. Why not? Bow for EG. Pretty high fragger. Plays for EG. Got sociable at 8. Should make Bow like an 8 or a 7.5. I'm gonna make him a 7.5. Les, what the fuck do I do with you, Les? Oh man, that one's one of the toughest ones. A 9, you think? Same as Hero? That's fine. What do I do with Look Show as well? Fucking hell. What do I do with Look Show? A 10? A 9.5? Jesus. 9.5? Sure, let's do that. 10, I think? That should be higher. Who's a 12? What controller did I make 12? Or did I make any of them 12? Rucksack. Would you rather have Rucksack or Nats? See, a lot of people are going to say I'd rather have Nats. So sure, let's make him 12. Let's make Look Show 10. Why not? Oh, you're all saying Rucksack. Fuck it. It's Nats. He's going at 12. 7. I mean... Meteor. What do I do with Meteor? How much should Meteor cost? Meteor or Nats? See, I think I'd take Meteor over Nats. Rucksack at 12? I mean, his numbers were so unbelievable that he kind of has to be that high, really. I could bring it down, you're right. Like, I could make him 11.5 instead. Who else is a 12? May? Mini Boo? I mean, I am kind of with you. Maybe that is a bit high. I'm going to put Meteor at 12. Kraven for BBL. It's an okay fragger. Nothing crazy. West Side. West Side was pretty good in Champs. Let's say... should it be an 8 or a 7.5? Who's an 8? Killua? Yeah, let's make him an 8. Devi. What do I make Devi? Would you rather have Look Show or Devi? Very different, of course. Would you rather have Cryo or Devi? Cryo? Okay, some of you are debating it, so. Devi still. I will play more chamber. That is true. That is true. But then again, we don't... well, then again, this is just for kickoff, so yeah, that is true. But I think Cryo versus Devi is a perfectly fine. Then again, actually, he will win a lot of games. You've convinced me with the chamber, he should be more. Paper X Tax, he's going up to 11. Yetige. Can we make every Nongshim player more expensive so you have a high chance of beating Chobra? But this is the thing, it doesn't matter because Chobra will pick 2 Nongshim players no matter what. And if they're shit, he will do shit probably anyway. And that's what I'm banking on. Yetige. I think I'm going to go 7.5. Right, you all love Ash. Well, what about Karen? Is Karen worse now on Senti? What did I make Ash 9? Yeah. Let's make Karen 9 as well. Fine. You can have your Karen versus Ash debate. Mini from Gentlemates was a decent fragger. Should be on a slightly better team. Let's make him 7.5. Not IGLing. Benji. Ooh, Benji Fishy. What do I do with Benji? What do I do with Benji Fishy? Would you rather have Karen or Benji Fishy? I think I'd rather have Karen even on Senti. I think, yeah, 8.5 is fine. Chronicle, though. You'd rather have Divide than Chronicle. Would you rather have Cryo or Chronicle? Probably Cryo. Look Show or Chronicle? I think he's around 9.5, 10. I mean, he's got to be higher, but how good would Gentle Mates be is my question. Mini could be an 8. I'm not against it. Mini versus West Side. Fuck it. Have your way. No, actually, you're wrong. I'm right. You can pick Mini. Look, if you disagree that someone, oh, they should be higher, then just fucking pick them. Pick them yourself for your team. Have fun. Have fun picking that player. And you'll be like, oh, I've got you here, TMV. I'll put Chronicle as a 10 for now. I think I'd rather Cryo than Chronicle. But maybe not. Let's put it is Chronicle. Chronicle gets the goat bump. Echo for Ulf. A decent fragger for Ulf. Yes, 6.5. Scuba. Scooby Dooby Doo. What to do with Scooby Dooby Doo? I think I'd rather have Scuba than Benji. But probably about the same as Karen, so like a 9. Klaus on Varel. Now, Klaus can be insane, so I don't want to put him too low. I think I'm going to put him at 7.5, maybe. He might even be an 8, but let's stick at 7.5 for now. Oh, Baby Bay. What the fuck do I put Baby Bay at? Would you rather have Benji or Baby Bay? Considering that G2 will win a lot of games. Some of you said Baby Bay. Some of you were saying Benji. I'm going to put him at 8.5. Zafaro for RRQ. On a decent team. Probably like a... No, he's not 6.5. Probably like a 7. XDLL. It's a 5.5. Berserks. On Team Secret is probably a 5.5. Chip Boys on Full Sense. Probably like a 7. Freeing on DRX. Like a 7.5. Maybe a little higher. Freeing didn't frag a ton though, did he? After kickoff. I'd take Westside over Freeing, I think. Ivy for Nongshim. We'll put 6.5. Patmen for Global. What do I do with Patmen? Like a 7? 7.5? What do you think? Some of you saying 7.5, some of you 6.5. Let's put him at 7. Let's put him at 7. Let's go in between. Inspire. I mean, Inspire's not going to be a big fragger. Let's put Inspire at 6. He might play Chamber, though. Yeah, that's why I put him at 6 and not 5.5. Tex. I mean, he's going to be on a decent team. I can't put him too low. I think I have to put him at 7.5. And then Jingbong, question mark, 5.5. And Koala Noob for Furia. He will play some Duelist. Let's go 6.5. Okay, that would give me this. Now, I'm going to go back at a certain point. That would give me that, which is an average of 8.633. So I actually need to bump the averages up. We need to go higher. Right, I don't have quite the time for that just yet. This is think of this as like relativistic. So if it's 8.633, I need to bump everyone up basically by 0.5. So I could just do that. Apart from like some special cases, we can just bump everyone up by... Obviously, the people who are 15 will stay at 15, and the people at 14.5 will stay at 14.5. But if I do just bump everyone up... Do I make Forsaken 14? I'm thinking if I bump everyone up apart from like the near the extremes, then it'll be fine. Let's see what it looks like if I do that. Merry Christmas. So yeah, let's keep Nerve at 5. Sorry, Nerve. Let's keep Ordas there as well. Let's keep Artsy in there. Let's keep Cupid there. Let's bump up Super. Bump up Pancada. Let's keep Sadak there. Let's keep Cinder there. Rossi I'll bump up. Sylvan I'll bump up. Sato becomes 14. Am I okay with that? Probably gonna have to be. Something we'll keep there. Durka, I'm okay with bumping Durka up. Oh, I made that 12.5 by accident. Maybe actually, let's keep Durka there for now. I bumped Sato up. I bumped Jor up as well. Why not? Why not? Premi 13, tie 10.5. Do I make Matter a 15? No. Stick to what we initially had. We stick to what we initially had. Can I bump texture up? No. But like now I'm going texture versus Hyunmin. Or Oxy or Sato. Maybe I should bump Durka and texture up. Well, no, yeah, we're bumping texture up. Texture can go up. Look at his average points. It's 11.17. It's fine to bump up. I think I'll keep Flashback where he is because I thought maybe he's a little high. I understand he was a bit of a goat, but that's because he was classified poorly. Merry Christmas to you. Oh. 5, 9. Rien's to 12.5 seems a little high, but oh well. It is what it is. V goes to 11. Keep Ninja there. I'll keep Sociable there as well because I thought maybe he was a little high. Zeppa being a 7.5 is perfect. That's exactly what we want. Asuna goes back to 8. Rashi's gets to be a 10. Kalzin's fine at 6.5, I think. Hobby's fine at 7.5. So is Caillou. Starksu's fine at 7. Folliculus is fine at 7.5. Xeno's fine at 8. Ethan's fine at 9.5. Yampi's fine at 8. Cloud is fine at 8. Xiao is fine at 7.5. Poppin' I'll keep there. Crazy Guy I'll put up. 4 I'll put up. Rose I'll keep there. Calm I'll put up. Neki I'll keep there. Mr. Fallen I'll put up. Koshi I'll put up. Stacks I'll put up. Stally I'll keep. Jesse I'll keep. Bono up. Cess I'll keep. Bane will go up. Lakia I will bump up. Shados I'll bump. Shooter I'll keep. Cryo I'll bump. Hero I'll bump. Nats up. Bow up. Less up. Sure, look, sure, why not? 7 has to stay at 7 though. Meteor to 1.5. Kraven I'll keep at 7. West Side can go up. Devi can go up. SJ can go up. Karen can go up. Minnie can go up. Benji can go up. Chronicle can go up. Echo can stay. Scuba can go up. Klaus. Baby Bay can go up. Safaro can go up.
You get shot, you lose the round, you lose the game. It's an FPS game.
I'll
Shit
give
boys
20
can
if
go
you are top 20 in VLF for kickoff.
Green can go up. Ivy. Ivy on Nongshim. Sorry, I'll get this up in a second. Yeah, that's fine. Patman can go up. That's fine. Spire can stay. Texas on a good team, so he can go up. Jimbo can stay. And Koala Noob can stay. Okay, let's check that. So we want the average to be about 9.1. Average is 9.05. That, I think, is good enough for me. That actually will make it easy for you all to afford the players that you want to get in. It's slightly easier this time. Normally I overshoot, whereas this time I've undershot. Okay, let me just check then the very tippity top. Something Kayak Aspas are our top 3, with Althea Jing, Mada Texture being next, then Forsaken, Oxy Sato, Durka, Hyunmin, Giorgamo, Kiko, Zek, and Jemkin, Woot, Buzz. The person who I think is perhaps underrated here is Meteor versus all these. Let's bump Meteor up. Proxic, Narrate, Valin, Neon, Kesnit, Levin, Flashback, Itsu, Davai, Dambi, Envy, Cryo, Coron. Okay, I think that this is okay for now. I will still have to do some checks on it later, but I think as a starting point, this is pretty good. Dante is too high. We'll see about that. I'm going to try and balance it out across all the regions and every role, but I'll do that off stream probably. So thank you all for watching. Have a nice day. I'm going to go eat. VFL coming soon. Goodbye.